Wake up, Jacob, Israelite Prepper. Just wanted to come back to you guys and have this little conversation real quick. And just a lighting in here. Good gravy, good gracious. Anyway, guys, this is crazy. Give me just a second. All right, there you go. That's better. That's better. Look, I was looking at. I was actually in a social media group. I'm not gonna say the name of the group. I'm not gonna name anybody's name or anything like that. But I am gonna tell you what I read. And anyway, it's a person asked someone, female, and it's in a marriage group, and they asked the question. They said, okay, it was a female asking. She said, "How do I set boundaries for my husband?" This is what the question was. How do I set boundaries for my husband? This is ridiculous. How do I set? How do I set? You know what? I'll read a little bit. It says, let's see here. Some people are against boundaries because they see them as selfish. Other people actually use boundaries to be selfish. Okay. Say, if I say, okay, this is the question. It says, I set some boundaries on my husband. I told him that he could not talk to me that way anymore, and it did not work. What do I do now? What the hell you mean? How do I set boundaries on my husband? I don't. I anyway. Now, the one thing that she had said was true. First of all, you can't set boundaries on your husband. You can't do that. That's not your place. You can't set a boundary. All you can do is control you. You can't control the husband. He said, "What you've done is not boundaries at all." And she said, "What do you mean?" And she responded, "It was a feeble attempt at controlling your husband, and that never works." Okay. So no, you're not doing that. You're not gonna set a boundary on a husband or whatever. But see, this is the difference. This is in the Western. This is in the Western world, the Western mindset. Because a lot of the replies, a lot of the comments. Let me see here. There was a lot of comments, and they're like, "Yeah, too many times we kind of control other people. That was okay." Another one. Another one had. There's a bunch of them. I just have to scroll down in there, and they were just talking about. One lady said, "Yeah, if my husband, don't do what I tell him, then he's out and all that." What? He's out. So you let okay, so this woman can kick you out and have that. See, that's not the type of power you want your wife to have over you. The ability to kick you out. So fellas, what do you got to do? What do you got to do so that you're not in that position? And then you have some other women champion that. Now we expect that. This is the Western mindset. We're fresh off the heels of a live stream, that my brother in the faith was just talking about a biblical mindset or a biblical marriage versus a Western mindset or a Western marriage, right? And we all know that the Western marriage and the Western mindset is basically happy wife, happy life. In fact, there's another post over here and it had like a meme. Then it said, "Shalom, brother Matt, shalom." There's a meme and it said, "See, it was supposed to be funny. It said, see, my wife won't have a chance to nag if I do what she tells me the first time." And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, comedy, yeah, yeah." I'm like, what you mean? What do you mean? That's the kind of stuff that's happening. Okay, that's the kind of stuff out there. This is the bill of goods that we're being sold. Okay, so hey, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. It's ridiculous. You can't set boundaries on your husband. You can set boundaries on yourself, but you can't set shalom, Lenny. You can't set boundaries on your husband. You can set boundaries on yourself. Okay? And then you had the one who was like, "Okay, well, I kick him out." Okay. I know this is off subject, but how do we get in touch with you? Okay, where's my phone? I'm sorry. I got the first part of that. The first part is that you can email me at FOI Bible Studies at inbox.com. So inbox.com. So FOI, which is Fountain of Israel, Bible Studies with an S, studies at inbox.com. So back to this little thing, I had to say something on it. Okay, you cannot set boundaries on your husband. You should not set boundaries on your husband, and he's not that good of a husband if he allows you to set boundaries. Talk to the women. If he allows you to set boundaries on him, what the heck? What the hell is that? Okay, and I'm sorry, fellas, don't put yourself in a position like that where your wife, okay, set boundaries on you. Seems to be a little bit out of order, right? I know that works in the Western way. It actually doesn't work because the divorce rate is still like 60, 70%. So even when it flipped upside down, even when things are not in order, okay, the Western mindset, marriage and all that, even when it's flipped upside down, the woman's in control, she's the matriarch, happy wife, happy life, and all this other stuff, you still got a 60, 70, 80% divorce rate. So how about we try order for a change? How about we try some protocol for a change? Because this makes no sense to me whatsoever. This makes no sense to me whatsoever. How do I set boundaries on my husband? And you got people champion the page, okay? Just go, yeah. I mean, yeah. You tell him to do this, and you're not gonna take this, and you're not all that stuff, okay? Now, it has nothing to do with abuse. So I don't want somebody to get all ultra sensitive and say, well, what if he's beating on her? Nothing in the thread says anything. It works to Western mindset because it's good for the rulers of the West pocketbooks. Absolutely, with the divorce and all the lawyer fees and child support and alimony and all, yeah. It works real good. It's a good system. It's a system for them. It benefits them, not us. So nothing with abuse. And that's what I'm saying. Every time the whole idea of protocol and order and patriarchy and all that stuff comes up, the first thing to pop up is, well, what if she's being abused? Okay, what if she's not being abused? What if abuse has nothing to do with it? What if it's emotional abuse? It's always got to be some kind of abuse in a situation. Everyone's not being abused, okay? Abuse happens, but not everybody, okay? Not everybody, not every marriage, it has abuse. Sometimes people are just out of order, okay? Sometimes we just have to come to the realization that sometimes people are just out of order. How do I set boundaries? You don't. Okay, this is just crazy. This is crazy.
Brother Matt said, what if she's abusing me emotionally with her victim mentality? If Brother Matt knows what following his shoe.
Yeah. You can't get it. You know what? That could happen. They hit you, they act like they're victim and everything. You know what? If let them get out there in the world, see if they're really a victim. If they really don't like your covering, let them get covered somewhere else. Let them go do it on their own. There's plenty of women to get out there and just do it their own way and want to control everything. Let them have it. You deserve peace in your home. You deserve peace. That's all I can say. You deserve peace in your home. Okay, look up. Go to.
That's emotional manipulation.
Yeah, absolutely is emotional manipulation. Yeah, my lovely wife is correct. It's emotional manipulation with all that abuse with the victim mentality. If you're doing, put it like this here: if you're doing what you should be doing as a husband, as a righteous husband, then yeah, all that's emotional manipulation. That's all that is. That's just emotional manipulation. It's her using her emotions to get you to do what she wants you to do or to acquiesce to what she wants you to do. That's all it is. And they're very, very good at that, okay? If you know you're doing what you should be doing, okay? You know you are being a husband, a provider, a protector, or a nurturer. You're doing all the things that you should be doing. Then don't worry about all that other stuff. Don't worry about all that. Don't listen to that nonsense. Oh, I'm emotionally abused. Don't listen to that nonsense because it's just some stuff you believe it or not, when they're playing those emotional games, believe it or not, you're gonna have to ignore some of that. You're just like, you know what, you need to go somewhere with that. Okay, I'm not listening to it. We're not doing that today. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. It's because it's ridiculous. It's just an emotional manipulation. You got to be able to recognize that and discern that. Okay? So, don't worry about that. But anyway, I wanted to do this because it was kind of weird, how do I, set the boundaries for the husband, and then I'm seeing posts Thank you for making the distinction. Okay. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, that's all it is. This by hearing and hearing by. But I was joking, but good answer for those dealing with that type of situation. LOL. No, no. But some people are out there. Some people are dealing with it. So yeah, definitely. Some people are dealing with it. You know, it's just an emotional manipulation, and a man's got to be able to recognize that. And I'm telling you right now, you can be going on a track. Let me put it this way. As a man, you can be going down a certain track. You're trying to do something. You're going in a certain direction, right? And then your wife could try to influence that decision, right? And want you to do this, want you to do that, want you to maybe take a left, maybe whatever. And I'm not talking about physically driving. I'm talking about you trying to make a decision, right? And she may want to influence that, and then all of a sudden, you start going her way, and then it doesn't work out, and then she's looking at you. And then so you're thinking, this is what you wanted to do. Stuff like that, okay? You got to be careful. You know you're doing the right thing. Keep going. Be encouraged. Anyway, you guys have my thoughts. I wanted to hear you guys' thoughts down below on this particular post. It's not even an article. It's a post. And I will see you guys on the next one. Israelite Prepper. Just something got stuck in my craw and I just had to share it. Israelite Prepper. See you on the next one.